Thank you for tuning back into the Al Rucker Show. You got comedian Keisha Hunt. Yours truly, Al Rucker. You got Nikki Woods, and we're going out front with who, Nikki?
With Ms. Conceited Thomas, Mrs. Conceited Thomas. Don't get me in trouble with with Al. She is a food and fitness strategist, and she is the brainchild behind ConceitedThomas.com. She's on a mission to help busy career women and female entrepreneurs look and feel fierce without making the process a second job. But today we're going to talk about something else because I saw Conceited on Facebook, and she was doing a live. I had heard the announcement with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yes.
Encouraging everybody to go vegan, even going so far as to give away free tickets to those who have decided to go vegan. And Conceited was like, wait, hold up.
Okay.
Not so fast. And so I thought it was a fascinating conversation. And so I wanted her to share it with our audience. So let's talk about what vegan is exactly, because I think everybody has kind of a different idea of what it means, especially those of us who are not vegan. So what exactly does that mean?
So vegan means that you give up not only meat, but all animal products. So that means no cheese, no butter, no whey protein powder, because that does come, from cow's milk, none of the above. So basically your diet should consist of things that come from the earth, which sounds good, right? When you first think about it. So you think fruits, vegetables, beans, legumes, nuts, things of that nature. However, there is a caveat, and that we'll get into that more later. But as long as it's not coming from an animal, it's considered vegan and it's okay. And not everything that comes from an animal is actually healthy or beneficial. And there are a lot of things that I like to call frankenfoods that a lot of us are eating because we go vegan, but we're not really truly ready to give up meat and meat byproducts. And that's where my biggest bone to pick comes in.
My roommate in my sophomore year in college was vegan. So I thought it was cool. I was like, well, I'm going to go vegan too. And like 6 months later, I went to the doctor and he's like, you need to eat a hamburger. Like you need to.
Yeah, your body wants it.
Well, because you have to really be aware of like the nutrients, what you're getting, what you're not getting, making sure you get protein somehow. I mean, you have to, and I was not aware. And so I got really, really kind of, borderline sick. Yeah. And he was like, eat a hamburger.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing now with my workout. So for the first 3 days, I'm doing no meat, no carbs, no sugar. Ooh. So the day one,
no food.
Yeah, right. No. But seriously, no. I mean, it's just part of the, when I'm working out with my trainer, we just kind of do different things to challenge the body. So I'm going through that lean out phase.
Right.
So what I was doing, like I say, this is day 2. So day 1, I literally felt like I was hallucinating.
Yeah.
Because and he told me that. He said, hey, the first day or 2, you're going to feel strange. I felt strange. I was like.
Sugar, carbs, and meat. I mean, that's
every day.
Lot to take out.
And then heavy weights. Then we lifting heavy weights.
Right.
Look at her. Look how she looking.
Yes. And this is and Conceited is normal now, but she used to be one of those bodybuilder chicks, so she totally understands that whole process. So what are some of the things that people should consider then before going vegan?
Yes.
Because it may not work for everybody.
Well, the first thing you want to consider really are your goals. So that's, I didn't really even say that on the live, but like, what are your goals? And a lot of people, particularly the women that follow me, will see Beyonce's pictures. They will see how she looks. They will see how she moves. And they're like, okay, so it must vegan. I'm going to look like Beyonce. And that's definitely not the truth. And so for most of us, what that would mean is increased stamina. That would
busted everybody's dreams.
Right. That
not going to happen.
Killer. No, it's not going to happen. It means we would lean out. It means we'd have this like super like cinched in waist and, legs for days. And the truth is that, especially depending on how you try and go vegan, many of the people that I meet don't even really like vegetables when they're considering veganism, which is hilarious to me because we end up being starchitarians, or as one of my clients called it, carbivores. And that's definitely not going to be beneficial for weight loss, for health, for any of the things that most of us are going after. So that is the first huge consideration. What are you really trying to accomplish? And if weight loss, weight management, better health, any of that is in there, you really need to figure out, do I even like vegetables? And do I need to start first with cutting out everything, or do I need to consider adding some things first to ease into this lifestyle?
Very good. And so what are some, because I know you've got like pescatarian, which I just found out the word for it, and that's when you eat seafood and fish. So you have a myriad of different ways that you can eat healthier without necessarily going vegan. What are some other ways that people can kind of get the job done without it? Because I think that is such a drastic way to eat. I really do.
It's very drastic. But one of the things is you do not have to give up meat to eat a plant-based diet. And so I think that's one of the things that many of us miss. Okay. So I know many people who eat way more plants than people who claim to be vegan or vegetarian.
Yeah.
So if you think about,
that's true. I've seen it.
So we all should be eating plant-based. Everything that's being said about the benefits of a plant-based diet, all of those things are true. And following a plant-based diet doesn't mean you have to give up meat. So I think the first step is, how can we just add more fruits and vegetables into our day? How can we drink more water? How can we begin with the basics instead of always getting stuck trying to skip to the sexy and then not being able to maintain it?
I'm telling you, one of the biggest tips, and I'm probably learned this from you, but one of the biggest tips I got about like just going to the grocery store and making healthier choices is to just stay on the outside of the grocery store. Right. So you go through your fruits, you go through your fresh vegetables, you go through the meat and everything, but it's like all the potato chips, all of those other things are like in the middle of the store. Yeah. And so, and even though I do dip into the middle, I spend most of my time on the outside, so I'm a work in progress. But I think that's interesting, and I think that just to make the distinction that plant-based does not mean vegan. It just means that you are eating more plant-based foods in your diet, because I think people kind of use that interchangeably, and they're not.
Right. They're not. And the other really big thing to consider, and I don't know if we were going there, and if we are, you can stop me and we could get back there later, to consider is that nothing is a magic bullet, right? No particular way of eating, not vegan, not ketogenic, not intermittent fasting, nothing is a silver bullet. And every single thing you do, you are going to have to adjust it for you. You're going to have to learn the basics, figure out what that looks like in your life, do it. And then the key part that we always ignore is pay attention to your results, both how you feel, how easily you're able to be consistent with it, and then whether or not you're getting the outcomes you desire. And then based on all those results, adjust how you're approaching it according to you. And that's where knowledge and experience and having someone in your corner to help you do that really comes into play. And unfortunately, free concert tickets for life is not going to fill that gap.
And that was a great way to end it, because I think the other thing that's important about what you just said in that approach is that we are looking at, like, it's like so many people want to go on a diet and then they're on it for like 9 days, and we're really looking at how can you do this for the rest of your life? Like, how can you just lead a healthier lifestyle for the rest of your life? And I think those are some really good tips. So thank you.
Exactly.
Miss Concita.
Thank you for having me.
And you can, follow Concita everywhere on social media. Concita, is it just Concita Tom?
Concita Thomas.
Oh, okay. I just have Concita Tom. I was like, that's not right. Concita Thomas. But what is the website? Because you're also getting ready to do a challenge. What is the website for that, for people to connect there?
Yes, you can go to getitoffkeepitoffcoaching.com.
Very good. Get it off, keep it off. I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Concita. I will talk to you soon. So, I was like, free tickets for life. But you can't have a hamburger, so that's a problem.
Right on.
Definitely a problem. We've got a lot more going on. We have Ask of the Week that is on the way, so stay tuned. We will be right back with more of the Al Rucker Show.